Let me get you on camera. Where you from?
California.
No, for real. Leave it on. Serious though.
Watts, baby.
I know where you from though. Where you from?
Eastside PJ Watts.
I'm from Grace 2 House, nigga.
Right.
They call you, homie.
Big Slice.
Big Slice?
Yes, yes.
Alright, nigga. They call me Puto, cuz.
Right.
With that hustle. Big shout out to SPI, Spotter Low. You know, I'm in the black box. Had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned. All that.
All that and then some. Hit the YouTube streets, find a corner, and Ben one. We pulling up on a Panda. He getting on Tyler the Creator. I don't know much about Tyler the Creator other than from what I can ascertain, I count him a queerdo. I know he did whoop on DJ Khaled and have his queerdoism exposed, so I kind of like was cheering for him throughout that moment, but I'm not up on much about him, and that's the only moment I've ever found that I could be in his corner. Other than that, we finna see what Panda talking about. Panda's make it sound like it's all bad for him. Y'all know how we do in the black box. Cheetah.
Tyler the Creator just got exposed, and bruh, it's bad. You can delete tweets all you want, but the internet don't forget.
We don't do that here.
They got screenshots, lyrics, even photos you thought were gone, all coming back to haunt you. What's wild is this whole mess started with a tribute post. Not beef, not a scandal, a tribute. But the moment he called out his own fans for not respecting black music, they turned on him like wolves. And now, the same man who built a cult following is getting dragged by the cult itself. Yeah, this one gonna hurt, because it ain't about rumors no more. It's about karma. So here's how this all started. Tyler the Creator, right, post this heartfelt message about D'Angelo, a soul legend, man. D'Angelo just passed from pancreatic cancer, and Tyler's just trying to honor a man that influenced half his catalog. Simple, respectful, mature. And then boom, the comment section turns into a circus. Drop the album, Tyler. When you gonna post another fit, bro? Like, bruh, somebody died. They treated that tribute like a fan page. No empathy, no awareness. Tyler ended up turning the comments off, right? And that's when things went from bad to embarrassing, because the man clearly felt disrespected. Like, damn, y'all can't even let me grieve for one post. That's not just rude, that's revealing. It showed him what type of fans he really got. People who love the aesthetic, not the artist. They love the weird, the chaos, the meme, but they don't respect the man behind it. Now here's where it gets wild. After turning off them comments, Tyler goes on X, and he likes this one tweet that said, Tyler's fan base hates black music, despite Tyler himself having a deep love for it. And the internet lost it. They flipped that right back on him like, oh really? You talking about fake fans now? Bruh, you the one who built that crowd. And to be fair, they kind of got a point, because back in the day, that edgy, wild energy Tyler was giving, that's what attracted half his audience. The crazy white kids who thought saying anything offensive was a form of art. They thought being disrespectful made them deep.
Yeah, that's when the music left us and went to the queerdos, bro. And there's no way to fight to save it. If you care or are you that concerned about the culture, all you can do is create music that fits your type. So I appreciate Noonie Green, Blue Smurf, and Nate Nitty. Because no matter what is the most popular sound, that bullshit sound that everybody celebrate, niggas jumping in the booth, mentioning my name, can't f with none of my artists in the booth, period. Oh, my mama, rap is like, if you're not singing, your flow is super boo-boo and it's accepted and you celebrate it. Very few really got bars, and I'm not saying Tyler Creator don't got bars, but we know he's of the queerdo count.
So when Tyler liked that tweet, it hit different, because it sounded like a man realizing too late what kind of monster he created. That like button wasn't just shade, it was regret. Now after that tweet started catching fire, Tyler, being Tyler, couldn't just chill. He had to say something. So he jumps on X and drops that one line that broke the internet. These sun dodgers are out of control, man. Now, if you don't know what that means, it's basically slang for white people. You know, people who dodge the sun. So imagine this, a black artist already under heat for his old edgy tweets, now throwing racial jabs at his own fans.
I don't know if that's a racial jab. It's not a racial jab. It's a creative way to describe a group of people, which there's a whole industry called sunscreen, sunblock, skin cancer. Man, I don't know if that's a racial jab. If that's the group of people that were attacking him, I don't know. Teach his own when it comes to classification, though, I guess.
Are you stupid or something?
Oh, you know they weren't letting that slide. Within minutes, boom. Think pieces, reaction clips, Reddit threads, fan pages deleting old posts like we don't know him. Bruh couldn't even breathe before they started saying he's anti-white now. The irony, right? He's being called racist by the same crowd that made racist jokes for him 10 years ago. But here's the real twist. That Sun Dodgers tweet exposed something deeper. Tyler wasn't just venting. He was frustrated that the same audience that made him rich don't really see him. They see a vibe. They see color when it's convenient. They see rebellion, not reflection. And in that moment, he slipped, said something honest, something human. But online, you can't be human. Every word becomes evidence. So he deletes it, but too late.
I can't say I'm glad that Panda described it as something real, something honest, even though it caused him issues within his community, the cancel culture, whatever you want to call it. Me and Panda don't always agree, but at least he called that honest. I just felt like he was being honest.
The creator is currently being canceled by his fans over some shit that he said on the internet in 2014. And my question is, where have y'all been at? Tyler has always been this way. If you've been a Tyler fan since the beginning, he's always been this way. And I'm not saying that you have to be a fan of the things that he's saying. All I'm saying is this is not new. Why do we continue to try and cancel people when they say something problematic or do something problematic or have done something problematic? Why don't you just stop listening to his music? This is who he's always been. This is not new. This isn't something that's just happening now. If he wants to get on the internet and say he hates Black History Month, so how is that actually harmful to anyone? If you support Black History Month, and honestly, I can go on a rant about why Black History Month is crazy in itself, because why are we getting 1 month out of the entire 12 months that we have? This man doesn't like.
I got a bigger question. How many of them Sun Dodgers were offended when he made these statements about Black History Month? Please raise your hand. Which one of you, please?
Black History Month, so what? Don't listen to his music. I don't understand how that actually draws so much energy out of y'all. Why are we on the internet spending our time talking about this man? There's more important things to be doing than canceling a person who said something crazy in 2014 or even yesterday. Like, that just doesn't make any sense to me. Just don't buy his new album. Problem solved.
And that's when the floodgates opened. Internet detectives woke up like it was day one of trial season. Oh, you want to talk about racism, Tyler? Cool, let's talk about your old tweets. They started pulling up everything. Tweets from 2011, 2012, stuff he said when he was barely out of high school. I hate Black History Month, F segregation, random slurs, even that picture where he's allegedly wearing Klan robes. Bro, they went deep. And it's wild because he's been deleting tweets in real time, like trying to clean a house that's already on fire. Fan screenshot and everything, like, too late, my boy, we saw it already.
Today your ass is gonna die, bitch. Say goodnight, motherfucker.
Now, some people defended him, said he was young, edgy, shock value era. Everybody said wild stuff back then. But others said, nah, this ain't immaturity. This is identity. He was distancing himself from his.
I was just even a conversation with the things Eminem has gotten away with saying. Man, it's so hypocritical. They don't get the fuck out of here. Oh, my mama. Shout out to black women, the beautiful black women.
His own people to fit in with white kids. And that's where it got ugly for real. Because now this wasn't about Tyler versus trolls. It was Tyler versus his origin story. The same wild energy that made him famous is now the evidence being used to destroy him. You could feel it online. People weren't just canceling him, they were dissecting him. To really understand how we got here, you gotta go back to the iFuture days. That wild, chaotic little crew that came in like a digital earthquake. 2010 to 2013. Tyler, Earl, Frank, Sid, Haji, all of them. Teenage rebels with a mic. Their whole vibe was shock the world, eat bugs, say wild stuff, fake murders and skits, anything that made people go, yo, what the hell did I just watch? They were.
If you ask me, that's the old school D12 approach. The way he described them, that's what D12 did in our day. And it's just a different version. Because they was on the borderline with Bizarre doing some feng shui too. Oh, my mama, rest in peace to my Neil Proof.
The internet's middle finger. Parents hated them, teachers banned them, but those same bans turned into badges of honor. Every time the media said, don't listen to our future, the fans doubled up. But here's where the danger crept in. Tyler wasn't just being edgy, he was shaping taste. He made it cool to be offensive. He made trolling look like art. So those white suburban kids, they weren't laughing with him, they were laughing at the culture he came from. That was the start of it. A whole generation that saw black rebellion as entertainment instead of expression. And Tyler, he was too young, too hyped, too successful to even see it happening in real time. Now here's where the real
That's what I mean by feng shui, but it's crazy. You got photographs similar with Diddy in that position and 50 in that same position, showing more skin. I don't know what's up with these men.
conversation starts, because for years, everybody knew Tyler's crowd was mostly white, like 80 to 90%. Look at the concerts, the festivals, the merch lines. It wasn't reflective of the culture he came from. It was reflective of who bought in. These were the kids who'd yell the N-word during concerts like it was part of the hook. He said it, so I can too.
Oh, Lord. Again. Again.
NWA had the same type of fans.
Nothing new, nothing changed, same old shit.
Nah, bruh. That's not how this works. But the thing is, Tyler gave them permission without realizing it. When your whole brand is built on, I don't care, I'll say whatever, your fans take that as license, not art. They start copying the chaos, not the creativity. And it's a complicated spot for a black artist to be in, because he loved the art, the freedom, the weirdness. But the people buying tickets weren't respecting where it came from. They loved him, but not his roots. So when he liked that tweet calling his own fans out, it hit different. It was like the teacher finally realizing his students learned the wrong lesson. Let's talk about the real elephant in the room, Tyler's relationship with blackness. Because for years it felt like he didn't want to claim it fully. Back in those early interviews, he joked about not being a regular black dude. I don't like rap like that. I skate, I wear Vans, I hang with white kids.
For this reason, us regular black people don't give a fuck about them. This is a culture piece, a filler piece, a time piece, a piece to point out those that are not like us. They not like us. Tyler is not like us. Shout out K-Dot.
He was distancing himself. Maybe not on purpose, but it showed. And look, I get it. Every artist tries to define their own lane. But Tyler's version of different often came at the expense of his own people. He'd mock black culture while white fans clapped for him doing it. That's the part that never aged well. You can see the shift later though. By Flower Boy, he's not running from identity. He's exploring it. The colors, the emotion, the sensitivity. That was him saying, yo, I'm more than the troll you met in 2011. But for the internet, growth don't matter. Once they feel like you abandoned your people, they gonna remind you every chance they get. And that's exactly what's happening now. Every Sun Dodger comment, every deleted post is being used to say you only black when it's convenient. And then it got darker. The fans didn't stop at tweets. They went straight into his lyrics. Songs like Blow, Tron Cat, Effin' Young, all those old bars where Tyler joked about rape, murder, underage girls. Back then he said it was just storytelling, part of the shock art. But now, people aren't laughing no more. They pulled up clips of him referencing Bella Hadid when she was still underage. Even lines about Willow Smith when she was 11, saying he wanted to F her when she grows up.
You're showing me how unserious you are.
Something that bothers me.
Bet you Willow Mama and them wouldn't even be offended. I saw her taking some pictures around that age with a shirtless white boy who in a bed, who obviously is not her family. Don't matter if it was. All cuddled up, looking grown. You know, some weird going on over there. Oh, my mama.
About this whole Tyler the Creator controversy is people being like, oh, how come nothing happened to him back then? Or like, oh, he just wasn't as famous back then, so nobody knew. People knew. He was banned from country. He wasn't some underground artist that people didn't know about. Now someone's gonna be in the comments like, I didn't know who he was. Okay, shut up. Nobody cares about you, all right? Like, he was as popular as Frank Ocean back then. Like, people knew who he was. He just wasn't popping like he is now. I'm saying all that to say is what people aren't recognizing is the times were very different. And this is not even in his defense. I'm just saying, if you're wondering like, oh, how come he didn't get canceled back then? Canceling wasn't a thing back then. Notice every time you find someone's like old tweets of them saying the N-word or something, it's always from that era, because that was before people decided it was cool to start pretending to care about that. There was a large collection of young black people being like, you know, the N-word, it's just a word. As a matter of fact, it's racist if we don't let white people say it. I remember vividly getting into arguments with my classmates about that. Like, the types of things he was saying is like the equivalent of like the R slur now. You know what I mean? Like, nowadays, it's like someone says the R slur, you're like you shouldn't say that, but people are gonna be like, well, I don't really care. But then certain like police brutality situations started to happen, and then people were like, wait, maybe we should start caring about these things. And then 2020, George Floyd happened, and then everyone decided to pretend to care. Mind you, I will say the things he was doing were still out of turn for that time period. Back then, he still had a bad reputation. I think in regards to the whole controversy, and again, I'm not saying what he was doing or saying was right, because obviously, like, and it being a product of your time is only so much of an excuse, right? But I think the concept of the fact that this whole thing started because his white fans were behaving a certain.
Yo, that's as much as the Tyler Creator story I could take. Yeah, the panda, he was bleeding. He not like us, but at the same time, I defend his right to say what the he want to say, especially as a black individual. Just because the Sun Dodgers get in their feelings, so what? We've dealt with the worst when it comes to verbal, vocal expressions directed toward us here right on this land. Oh, my mama. Hey, I'm sitting here doing a reaction. The title of the reaction is The Man Who Exposed the Crips and Bloods and CIA Connection to Crack Cocaine. When I started it off, I said, man, they might mention two of my partners, Rick or Melvin. I'm about 5 minutes in and they just mentioned Rick Ross, man. What you got to say about the CIA and crack cocaine real quick? Just give me a couple seconds.
It was some fucked up shit that the government was willing to sacrifice the black community to raise money for a war in Nicaragua.
Like, wasn't that personal? Big shout out to SPR, Spotter Low. You know, I'm in the black box, had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned, all that.